who happens to be a Besson Hill alumni that graduated in 2012. This is Anna Bostwick. Here, singer.
Yeah, Anna Bostwick, singer. So, her biography. Growing up in the small, artsy town of Ojai, California, with her screenwriting parents, a rescued Australian shepherd named Jazz, and her grandparents, she developed her appreciation and love for the environment, animals, and the arts. She's a graduate of Sarah Lawrence College, where she studied dance and filmmaking. When Anna's not acting, you'll find her gracefully dancing on silks, or teaching kids and teens the joys of aerial dance, or in a studio studying acting, kickboxing, dance, or yoga. She's an avid hiker, reader, cook, and gym rat, and loves spending time with family and friends.
Let's please welcome Anna Bostwick, singer.
Great. Hi. Yes, my name is Anna Ming Bostwick, singer, and very happy to be here. Oh, there I am. Okay, cool. To be completely honest, I am a little nervous. And so what I do when I get nervous is I take a deep breath, and it's more fun to do that with others. So if you guys don't mind taking a deep breath with me, that would be amazing. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so next slide. All right, so what do I do currently? Who am I now right this very second? Next slide. Okay, so I am an actor in Los Angeles, mainly in theater, and I am just starting to get into film. These slides that you're seeing right now are from a short film called Only Here and Now that I did with my lovely family and also another alumni, Michael Hopkins. And right now it's in the festival circuit, which is really exciting, and we've gotten into LA Shorts, which is a very well-known, probably the biggest short film festival in Los Angeles and maybe, I don't know, California? That'd be cool. But it's also gotten into Ojai Film Festival, Santa Fe Film Festival, the London Love Festival, and we're still waiting for some other acceptances, so hopefully that will happen. These other photos are from short films that I've done and then also plays that I've done in Los Angeles. So that's me right now. In addition to that, I am, next slide. Cool. So I am a member, an actor, company member at Tim Robbins' Theater, The Actors Gang, and that's in Culver City. I don't know if you know who Tim Robbins is. He's a very well-known actor who was in, anybody's seen Shawshank Redemption? Yeah, so he's a tall white guy in that. He's that. He's also been in Mystic River. I've not seen that. If you've seen that, you can tell me who he was, but he was in that. Dark Waters, also not seen that, but he was in that. And then Silo, which I did see. Silo is a TV show on Amazon Prime, and he is, he's like a very high, I don't know what he is.
He's a governor.
He's a governor. Okay, thanks, Dad. That's my dad. He's the governor in that. Kind of a small role, but very reoccurring, which is kind of cool. So, I'm a company member there at the Actors Gang in Culver City. I'm an actor and a teaching artist, and then also a program coordinator. In the next slide, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. So as an actor, I just got off a 2-month run of Methuselah or the Eternal Bourgeois, and I was one of the leads. I was Ida, the wealthy shoemaker's daughter, and I fall in love with somebody that my father does not like, who is actually trying to take my father down. So this is at the Actors Gang, backstage, just before a show, and all of the cast members. As you can see, we have a lot of makeup on. We use whiteface, which I will tell you about after all these slides. These are all photos of me playing different characters when we were workshopping the performance before we got cast. We do that at the Actors Gang to just explore the different characters and see what character works well for us, and then we eventually get cast. I'm also a teaching artist, so at the Actors Gang, there's an education department, and we go into schools that lack arts programs all around Los Angeles and in Compton. And here's all the teaching artists. And then in addition to that, I'm a program coordinator, and as a program coordinator, right now what we're doing is we're touring one of our shows in the education department. And so this is me as Piglet in Winnie the Pooh, and backstage of getting ready. We're bringing a school into our theater to see our show called Much Ado About Pooh, which is the Shakespeare play Much Ado About Nothing, and then the Winnie the Pooh characters put together in a lovely, very cute, very funny 50-minute show for kids and families. This one was the one that we did 2 years ago as Boo Like It, which is Shakespeare's As You Like It, and then we did Halloween characters, and I was a unicorn. This is at Compton in Compton at Washington Elementary, and we did Much Ado About Pooh with all those kids who, I would say actually about 65 of them have never seen a play before, and so we got the opportunity to bring a play into their school and perform for them, and they got to learn about Shakespeare. And some of them didn't know who Winnie the Pooh was and all those characters. Do you guys know who they are? Winnie the Pooh? Okay, awesome. I was just like, oh, I don't know. But a lot of the kids didn't. They were like, yeah, don't know who that is, but hey, she's cute as a pig. So, yes, so as a program coordinator, I help manage the program. We are in, I would say, right now, I think we're in 5 different, maybe 7, gosh, 7 different schools throughout Los Angeles, in elementary schools and high schools and continuation high schools, which are, if you are not doing well academically, you go to that school, and it's, yeah. So that is, so we bring our very specific style of acting to schools and teach the kids that. Now, I was gonna say, in the very beginning, you saw the white, it was like white paint that I had on my face. That is called whiteface. At the Actors Gang, we study something called Commedia dell'arte. And Commedia dell'arte was created in the 16th century in Italy, and there are about 64 characters within the Commedia dell'arte world. The Actors Gang, we use 14 of them, and they're all archetypal characters. So we have some of the characters that we work with are like a very old, miserly man who's very greedy. All he cares about money, lives in a big mansion, and is very grumpy all the time. We play with that man, that character, and like I said, these are archetypal characters, so you see them in film, in TV shows, in books, and even in your daily life. So Mr. Pantalone, that's the character, could be like Scrooge, if anybody's seen, gosh, what's Scrooge in? The Christmas Carol. Oh, nice, thanks. Christmas Carol. We have Mrs. Pantalone, which is one of the characters that we use, is an older woman, probably in like her 60s, 70s, but is very concerned about the way she looks. If it was today, maybe she'd be like a Kris Jenner or Kris Kardashian. Yeah, is that it? Like a Kim Kardashian, kind of very concerned about her looks, puts on lavish parties. Some other characters are like a little kid who's a brat, and if that kid doesn't get what he or she wants, he has a big tantrum. So you may see that in film and TV, or you could also see it in like your little brother or little sister. So all of these characters within this world we play with, and we play with these 4 emotions: happy, sad, afraid, and angry. We believe that these are the 4 like main emotions that we have, and all the other emotions are a combination. It's like prime colors, yeah? we got prime colors, and all the other colors are made from a mixture of those prime colors. So we think of these 4, happy, sad, afraid, and angry, as our prime colors of emotions. And so we use that as a theater company. We come together every Tuesday to work on that style. We're very physical company, so we feed off of each other. It's very much improv based. And then what we do is we bring that into schools. And we bring it to schools that probably have not ever, these kids probably have never had an acting class. And so it's a really exciting journey that we bring these kids on. We do 1-day workshops to 10-week workshops, and the transformation of these kids from being, kind of scared or like, what are we doing, to, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I'm playing a little old man and I'm grumpy, and it's just, let's just start using our imagination, using our voice, using our body. And so that's what we do in schools. And I want to say that we create I hope that we impact these kids positively, because I do think that emotional intelligence is extremely important as a human being, and also just like being able to communicate with others and being able to understand what emotions you're seeing in others and what emotions you're feeling as well. So the Actors Gang, like I said, we're a theater company. We have the education department where I work in, and then we also have a prison project where we go into prisons. I don't personally do that. I'm part of the education department. We go into the other department goes into prisons, and they teach Commedia dell'arte, our style of acting. And the incredible thing about the prison project, which, yes, I'm not a part of, but a lot of these inmates do eventually graduate from that program and get out of prison, and then become teaching artists within that program. And so right now at the theater, we have a show called Immigrants of the State, which are, I want to say, maybe 13, 14 of these formerly incarcerated men and women tell their stories before incarceration, during incarceration, and after. And they are telling their stories. And these people are wonderful people who were incarcerated for 6 years all the way to like double life sentences. And to be honest, I feel like years were stolen from their life, because they are really amazing people. So what I like to think with the education department is that we are getting these kids at a young age, and hopefully being able to bring some light into their life and characters into their life, and then also teach them some emotional intelligence that hopefully they won't get into situations that these inmates have gotten into. Because a lot of the students that we work with are from lower income families, and families that, maybe half their families are in gangs and stuff like that. So that is the Actors Gang. So that is what I am doing right now. I'm an actor in this company, I'm a teaching artist, and I'm a program coordinator. Okay, so next slide, please. All right, so how did we get here? Let's rewind. I graduated in 2012, and let's go to the next slide. Yes, so Besant Hill of Happy Valley. It's still called that, right? Yay, very nice. Okay, so at Besant Hill, I was, wow, I think every person in here could agree that I was very academically driven, maybe to the extent of, maybe too much, yeah. But I also really got into the arts here. Like in the art room, doing painting and collaging. I really loved that. I really loved the environmental studies program here with Ted Cosart. And then, I forgot to say, I was a day student here. So as a day student, I took classes outside of Besant after school, did a lot of dance, and I also got into aerial circus arts, which you saw, and that's here, hanging from the ceiling. So I got into aerial silks, And the great thing and the amazing thing was that they allowed me to rig my silks in here and perform for the variety shows and the plays. So that was a really cool experience that I got to do here. All right, next slide. So I graduated from Besant in 2012, and oh yes, I didn't actually go to Sarah Lawrence my first year. I went to I got excited. But changing to the next slide, I went to Mount Holyoke College in Massachusetts, which is an all-women's college, part of the Seven Sisters. If you know the Ivy League colleges, they had sister schools. They had a school that was an all-women's school that was attached to it. So I went to Mount Holyoke, Massachusetts, and as much as I did well academically, and I really tried to participate as much as I could in the other schools that were in the area. It just wasn't the right fit. So I decided to transfer to Sarah Lawrence College, which you'll see right here. And I might ask to do the video one more time. That's just, I think, pressing the video after this slide. Let's see, yeah. So in just a second, I'll ask you maybe to play the video. Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. All right, so at Sarah Lawrence is a pretty cool place because at Sarah Lawrence, you can study what you want. You can study what you want depending on your interests, and per semester and per year, you can change them depending on how your interests change. And you have a mentor that you meet with twice a month to help you guide you through that process. So at Sarah Lawrence, I was able to study dance, film production, environmental studies, anthropology, psychology, writing, fiction writing. I absolutely loved it because I always imagined college being not a place where I had to just decide a major and minor. I wanted to explore and try everything. So I got to do that at Sarah Lawrence. You probably saw a lot of aerial stuff in there. Sarah Lawrence is 30 minutes outside of Manhattan, and so I was able to go to the city and take aerial silk classes, continue that training, but then also I got to do like 2-point harness, single point harness, bungee, wall running, and it was pretty exciting. Yeah. New York is fun. I love the subway system. And then you probably saw a picture of me and then like a young Trevor Noah. I don't know if you guys know who Trevor Noah is. Okay, some nods. That's cool. So during that time, I was like, I want to be an aerialist. I want to be a circus performer. I want to hang from the ceiling, and I want to do really awesome tricks, and I want to incorporate story into it, and character, and emotion, and really bring to life aerial in a new, different way, because aerial was always very much of like, I'm doing a trick, I'm doing a fall, ooh, this is cool, I'm sparkly. And I wanted to bring it in a little bit of a different direction. During my time at Sarah Lawrence, I got an aerial circus gig in the Bahamas for 5 days at the Atlantis Resort, and the MC was Trevor Noah, before Trevor Noah was Trevor Noah. But it was still really cool. I did know who he was, so I was like, oh, that's exciting. And I kind of realized that this might not be for me. I had trained 2 weeks intensely before, and I was starting to kind of develop some injuries from the stress of being like, I need my act to be perfect. And I go there, and the way that aerialists are treated is very much of kind of like a circus monkey, of like, oh, go do your trick, okay, you're done. And I just always wanted, I had dreamed that it would be, I would be more respected as an artist. So I was like, okay, I'm a little bit on the fence, but I'm still gonna do aerial, and I'm still gonna pursue it because I've been doing it for quite a long time. So during the summers, I would go to the Aerial Studio, which is in Ventura, California. It's right now, I don't know if you guys have been to the Pacific View Mall. Yeah. If you walk into the Pacific View Mall, I believe it will be on your left. The Aerial Studio. Yeah, the Aerial Studio. They just moved into where the Old Navy was, and it's this incredible space. So I was asked to be an aerial instructor there and run their circus summer program. The Aerial Studio is run by Carmen and Greg Curtis. They were former Cirque du Soleil artists, and they also helped produce aerial Cirque du Soleil shows like O, which is in Vegas, that big water show with aerialists. Anybody seen that? I haven't, but I've heard good things about it. And they also, whenever there's like a big pop singer like, I don't know, Beyonce or Miley Cyrus or Pink, whenever they need aerial with their music videos or they want to bring themselves into the air, normally the Aerial Studio is hired or aerialists from the Aerial Studio are hired from there. So it's a pretty cool studio. Oh, hey, there's me doing stuff. Okay. Oh, great. Okay. So after Sarah Lawrence, so I graduated from Sarah Lawrence with a BA in dance and film production. And because my love for aerial I was like trying to figure out where my place in the aerial circus world was, I thought that maybe I wanted to become an aerial circus director. So I continued being an aerial instructor. That's me doing aerial hammock. And then I was the assistant to Greg Curtis, the aerial, he was an aerial circus producer. And kind of, again, ran into the same of like, I don't feel like this is for me. There's not enough creativity in it. But I continued with aerial. And they asked me to be the pre-professional aerial circus troupe director for kids, teens, and adults. So with that, I was like, okay, sure, I'll do that. That's kind of scary as just a 22, 23-year-old and a lot of responsibility, but I'll do it. So what I did was I created a very complex manual of what that program would look like, created fitness plans for them, created aerial circus plans for them so that these students who were hoping to audition for like Cirque du Soleil and other circus companies would be ready for that. And yeah, it was a lot. In addition to that, I helped produce and direct shows at the Aerial Studio and was very much interested in incorporating kind of experimental multimedia with aerial, which you saw with the guy who was hanging from the silk and he was opening it. I was projecting some YouTube video on top of it, and we were just exploring aerial silks in a different way. So, but I did that for a year, and just I got, next slide. I burnt out. And I was so much of a teacher and a program manager and director, and I felt like I had to have all the right answers, what I really wanted to is, next slide, I really just wanted to be a student again. I thought as a creative person, I wanted to be the artist. I didn't want to manage artists. So I decided, after a lot of thinking, that I was going to move to LA and try acting. Thanks to my lovely parents, my dad, who I pointed out before, he had an incredible career in theater in New York City, on and off Broadway, and then also TV and film in Los Angeles for a good 20 years, and was like, hey, I was successful at it. Maybe you should try it. And I was like, yeah, sure. Anything else, I would love to try it. And I had done a few little parts in plays on this theater, on this stage, and I said, yeah, let's. I think I can do it. So moved to Los Angeles. Next slide. I went to. Oh, there it is. Next slide. I studied at Baron Brown Studios, which is a Meisner technique program, very kind of like heady program, and which is the Meisner technique is all about learning to focus and feed off of other people and your environment. And so I did their 6-week program, and I was like, okay, well, I think I did pretty well on that. Let's do the 2-year program. So I committed to the 2-year program. Now we're kind of getting into a different direction. I had to have a job, some kind of job, so I worked at Yoga Works, the front desk. Yoga Works is a yoga studio. I got free classes. It was great kind of trade. And at the same time, I was taking classes at the Actors Gang, hoping that I would be part of, that I would be asked as a company member, because it's quite hard to get into that theater company. And a huge turning point for me was the Ojai Playwrights Conference that happened here. During the summer, they take over this entire school for 2 weeks, have playwrights, directors, dramaturgs, and actors from all over America, and they come here and they work on a play. At the very end, they do a reading of the play with actors. And so I got asked to be in it, which was really exciting. And I was asked to be in Kimberly Bellflower's John Proctor's The Villain. It is an incredible play about these high schoolers learning about the Crucible. And so that's, that's Los Angeles Times. That's cool. Yes, that's an article of of the Ojai Playwrights Conference. But the reason why I put that up there is because it was a huge turning point for me. I didn't know I could do acting. I was still on the fence. And with this, I was asked to be one of the leads, and it was scary. It was like, oh my gosh, I have to help carry this play. But I had an incredible time of dissecting this character, of their wants and needs. How does this character, what puzzle piece is this character within the whole of the play? And in the end, it was an incredible success, and it was extremely well received. And it really gave me the confidence of like, I think I can do this. So, yes. So that happened. And then, next slide, the pandemic. So during the pandemic, I pretty much was like, I need to keep busy. I need to keep as busy as possible. And so I pretty much said yes to everything and anything. So I came back from Los Angeles to Ojai, where my parents are and my dog, and explored everything. So some of the things I did, which food share is not a job, you volunteer there, but there I volunteered there for a whole year and really discovered how much I love helping others, and how satisfying it was for myself. I trained a wild Mustang. What? I found this wild Mustang rescue in Ojai, and they needed more trainers, and so I kind of connected with this one-year-old Mustang and started. The Mustangs have never been touched by humans, so I started. I started out with just learning how to touch the horse, and then getting it human interact. I'm not talking very well. What did you say? Human friendly, thank you. To the extent of being able to put a bridle around her head, to be able to lead her with a rope, which was an incredible experience and kind of showed me that I kind of, I don't know, like inner peace, that I need that. And I also worked on family projects with my dad and mom because they're both filmmakers and screenwriters, which was exciting. I was asked to be a teaching artist with the Actors Gang, doing all online stuff, and that was terrifying because at that time I was like, I don't want to be a teacher. I did that for too long and I just want to be a student, but I said yes because that's just what I was doing at this time, just saying yes. And then I worked in accounting for a landscaping company. Weird. I am good at organizing papers, so that's what I did. And now I know a lot about like pools and decks. So I think that'll be helpful in my future house. Okay. I assisted Jared Marks, which is a Hollywood Hollywood script consultant, and helped her like assist on her film set. She has a book called The Transformational Arc, and she's making that into a video series so that people can watch it and help their films. So I helped on that set, which was fun. I became a personal trainer. I have a lot of physical, dance, aerial, circus knowledge, and so why not? And then I interned with Janet Yang, which is the president of the Film Academy. She has a film production company as well, and so I read a lot of scripts with her and her team and analyzed character and story plot. And then worked on an online show called We Live On, directed by Tim Robbins. So pretty much just said yes. All right, next slide. So pandemic cooled down, moved back to Los Angeles. And again, I was just saying yes because because now that's it, saying yes. So I continued being a teaching artist, working in Compton, working in LA, became a certified yoga instructor because I thought I wanted to be a personal trainer and I needed certifications. I was certified as an aerial circus instructor and an aerial yoga instructor, and I don't think that's enough to be a personal trainer. So I decided to get certified in yoga. And then I also thought, well, maybe I might want to eventually one day do a one-woman show. So I assisted Ian Ruskin on his one-man show about Thomas Paine. And he was doing a whole Europe tour, which he actually just did a few months ago. So I helped him with that, and he is all funded by grants. So I wanted to know what that process was like. And then, so I was living in Santa Monica, and I was walking on the pier a lot, or the boardwalk near the ocean, where there's like bicyclists and all of that. And I was walking. I like to go during sunset, but I was only walking so far, and I wanted to go faster and further. And so I decided to learn how to do longboarding, like skateboard, but it's longer and a little bit lower to the ground. So I taught myself how to do that, and then found in one of the parking lots that there was a longboard dancing meetup group. And so they were teaching people how to do longboard dancing. And so longboard dancing isn't like, ooh, I'm dancing in the air. It's very much like footwork on a longboard. So, and like turning around with it and like flipping the longboard and getting back up on it. So I started doing that, and then they found out about my aerial circus director past experience and hired me to create a program for their longboard dancing foundation. Yeah. And then, of course, I did Shakespeare in the Park, which you saw me as a pig and me as a unicorn. What's next? So, next slide. Oh, yeah, cool. So that brings me back to where I am right now. So it's been quite an adventure. Right now I'm an actor. Right now I'm a teaching artist and a program coordinator. That program coordinator job wasn't actually a job before I got to the Actors Gang. They created it because they wanted to expand the program, and I was the lucky person to be chosen to be a program coordinator for them. So that was really exciting. Let's go to the next slide. So me as an actor right now, I'm working on a play this month with Public Assembly, which is an incredible another theater company that puts on a play within one month, and I'm very excited to be working with them. I'm auditioning for theater companies all over California, driving to sometimes all the way up to San Francisco, and it's fun and exciting. Actually, right now, this week I'll be auditioning for a Shakespeare company, which I'm super excited about, and I've never done that before, and it scares me, and I don't know if I can do it, but I am doing it. And then, I'm repped by some managers and a theatrical agent and a commercial agent, so I'm pretty busy with auditions and things like that. And next slide. Oh, and then that's also what I'm currently doing. Cool. All right, and then last slide. So, what have I learned to get me here? I think I've already, after everything, I feel like this is pretty, yes, clear. Try a lot of things, especially when you're young. At least for myself, that's what I needed to do. Just say yes. And, landscaping company, sure. Longboard dancing company, sure. One-man show, sure. Just why not? You'll gain a lot of interesting skills from it. Do things that will push you out of your comfort zone. Doing that this week. Shakespeare. But knowing as well that you can always change direction. You can always change it. Try it for a few months, and if it works, continue with it. If not, you learn something from it. And then lastly is, you hear this probably way too much, but aún aprendo. Really, I am still learning. I think that that comes up probably every time I make a big change in my life, and as well sometimes when I need to just humble myself as well. So thank you. That is it. Any questions? How many of you guys are artists? That's cool. What kind of artists do we have out here? I'm just curious.
Music.
Music, nice.
Theater.
Theater?
Theater.
Theater, cool. Music. Hopefully film, love it. Music. Music, nice. How many of you guys know exactly what you want to do right now? Oh wow, you're so lucky. Wow, I'm just curious, what is that?
Midlife.
What?
Midlife.
Wow. Okay.
Working for NASA.
Nice. I love
Homicide
it.
detective.
Sorry?
Homicide detective.
Yes. Anybody else?
I want to run my own record company.
Where is that coming from?
Hi. I
Hi.
want to have my own record label one day.
Wow, I love it. Anybody else? Biomedical engineering. Cool.
Football manager.
Say, what? Ooh, fund manager. Wow. Cool. I love this. Anybody else?
like write music for films
Great.
and stuff, or maybe become like a folk artist, like
Wow.
singer-songwriter. But I don't know.
Nice. What a range. That's so exciting. Yes. A director. Cool. Yeah?
If you had one piece of advice that you would give to these folks as they're looking at their high school experience and like graduate, what would that be?
An advice for, okay, for their high school career or?
For all the people that are looking at their high school career and looking at graduates, and what would you tell them now, looking back?
I would tell them to, I think, be present. That it's gonna be okay. That it really is. To find joy in the things that you're doing. I think maybe to be very curious. Something interests you, and it can be something like, I guess, so like socially like normal, or it could be like kind of weird as well. Like, get interested in it and be curious. I think maybe it's to be curious. Be curious. And I think also it's like that curiosity doesn't have to end in high school, it doesn't have to end in college. I mean, guys, and I don't say this to a lot of people because I don't want people to know my age, but I'm 30. And I'm still like exploring, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And the crazy thing as well is like, yeah, I'm an actor right now, and I'm a teaching artist, which gives me a lot of joy, and I'm a program coordinator, which, well, there's some things that is like not too fun about it, like filing and papers and things like that. But there's also joy because I get to expand our program. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing that for the rest of my life. I actually the program coordinating, I hope that I don't do it for the rest of my life, maybe for 3-4 more years, but I don't know. I don't know. A change. I do know that for myself, I need to be okay with change. But I have to say, I think that's been a huge journey for myself. Like Portia was my AP English teacher, and my oh my, I was so like, I need to get an A. If I get something less than an A, I'm going to have a meltdown, which I think I did have a few times.
You were driven.
I was very driven, and maybe too grade driven, but I've grown, and I've had to like loosen up from that, and there's just, gosh, now I forgot what I was saying, but I think maybe you got what I was saying.
Yes.
I hope. Awesome, thanks for the reassurance, I appreciate it. Any other questions? And it can be great, not, it could be anything. Yeah, what's up?
What's your favorite color?
Oh, I love that. I think right now it is yellow. What's yours?
Purple.
Purple was one of my favorites at one time for sure. Yeah. I saw another hand. Yeah.
Yeah, when you were in high school and you were practicing aerial, like as a day student, and like you were doing all these things, would you do them like how often would you go out and like rehearse or like practice, or like, did you practice here?
Yeah. With shows, like variety shows or with plays, I would have to practice it within the space. And sometimes that definitely was like after school, for sure. I just remember this one time that I was doing the aerial silks, and I don't think I ever told anybody about this because I wanted to keep the aerial silks here and not have anybody think that I would literally get stuck in the air, but I did. You always, if you ever do aerial, hey, you never know, always have somebody in the room with you. And always have something tall enough to get you out. So I was in the air and I was gonna do a fall. I think it was like a double star drop. So a double star drop is where you climb all the way up to the very tippy top and you straddle up, upside down. You hook one of your legs around the fabric. You bring the fabric around your body, hook it around your other leg, wrap it around twice around your body, and then bring it here over your shoulder. And then what you do is you unhook your leg and you fall. And it's pretty cool. But for some reason, I got my foot stuck oddly in it, and I couldn't get out. And so my mom was there, and I thought my mom would like freak out, but she was actually really great in this emergency situation. She like slowly brought the scaffolding towards me, and I was just breathing, and my foot was turning purple. And if you ever, this is sure if you're a circus artist or not a circus artist, if you're, let's say, climbing a rope and you get stuck in a knot, always climb above the knot. It will loosen it. That is a life hack if you ever get stuck in the air. So that's what I did, and then I was like, I'm too tired to, get myself down, so I climbed on the scaffolding. So yes, I did rehearse after school hours, and then I at the aerial studio I practiced. I want to say like 3 to 5 days a week, and I normally took 2 to 3 classes a day there, right? Yeah, there's like a slight nod from my dad, but he's not giving me much, so I'm going to say yes to that. Yeah. Are you a day student? Oh, cool. Do you want to get into aerial?
I did it for a little bit.
What apparatus?
Trapeze, lyra, and silks.
Nice. Where did you study?
I just did it at my old school.
Where's that?
It's in Thousand Oaks.
That's a cool school. Okay, well, the aerial studio in Ventura, they could definitely take care of you. And the cool thing, the harness work. I saw on their like Instagram that Carmen Curtis is teaching harness work, and that's fun, guys. You're like a superhero in the air, like doing flips and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Any other questions? Nope. No. Yeah. Any question? I like the color one, and I like the aerial one.
I think I want another high school story where you're not in peril.
Not in peril.
A highlight of your high school.
Highlight of my high school.
Besides your favorite teacher, we know who that
Oh, of course. Does it academically or?
Anything you want.
Oh, I really love the environmental classes, environmental studies classes. It was with Todd Cosart, but it's now with you, which is very exciting. I love going on hikes. Oh my gosh, the camping trips. Yeah, do you guys still do that?
Yeah.
Where did you go this year?
Santa Barbara.
Nice, to the beach? To the campground?
But it's like closed. It's a walk.
So you kind of like backpacked in? Oh, okay. Well, I did like the camping trips. I very much like that. I mean, yeah. I think there was definitely highlights with camping and the community building that I experienced with camping. And at one point with me, when my freshman and sophomore year, we went backpacking in the Sierras, and that was quite an experience. I was sick on one of the trips, and I thought I didn't think I would die, but I was like, oh man, this is hard. But it was like a 45 mile backpacking trip through the Sierra. That was fun. But I do very much environmental studies. I really love that. I like gardening. I really like the gardening here. Do you guys still garden? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think one thing that I really loved is how in touch we were with the environment, and how much I bring that into my daily life now, and how much I teach other people about the environment and how to recycle and compost.
trying into theater companies and stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to pitch my album to a record label over the summer, and it's my first time ever doing it, and I'm really nervous. Do you have any advice? Because you're very successful. Please.
Advice to pitching your album.
Yeah, but like just like any like in general, like pitching to like an organization like to like take you on, like kind of similar to your company, I think.
Yeah. You have you have your album. Is it complete?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Congrats. My goodness. I have not pitched to like a record company.
No, but like I don't know. Sorry, I was wondering like that's specific, but just like how do you like for just putting yourself out there to be like taken on? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, what I'm actually thinking more physical things of like confidence things. I think that for sure, especially so I've had to get managers and agents, and if you go in there very insecure and like, oh please take me, they don't want that. They really want somebody who like knows who they are, knows what they have to offer, and can clearly articulate that. I think that. Do you want to do something weird with me?
Sure.
Okay. And everybody else, do you want to do something weird with me too? That might help you as well. Can we all stand up? I think, and you may know this as well. So I think breath is really important with like confidence and like so bring your shoulders to your ears. Good. Bring them back and let them fall down. Good. Think about the top of your head gently being pulled up to the ceiling. Great. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Cool. So something like that, just playing with posture. Posture is really important in terms of like confidence. So if you are, everybody hunched like this, this is not a very confident posture, but literally just changing your posture, shoulders up, back, let it fall, let the head loose, extend your head towards the ceiling gently, and breathe and take a nice deep breath. That helps with confidence. Another thing with confidence is making your body really big and just holding it out there for a little bit. Yeah, just a big X. That's awesome with confidence. I saw this TED Talk about this woman who says that like before a job interview or anything like that to like go in the bathroom and just hold this pose for like 2 minutes and then shake it off and then go in. That's simple. So I hope that's something.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks, I really appreciate it.
I would love to hear your work. Thanks for doing that with me. I appreciate it. All right, I just have 2 more, it looks like 2 more minutes. Anything else? Oh, yes. Hi.
So I was just wondering if you could talk about why you chose basketball. What is probably had lots of options.
Yeah. I was drawn to Besant Hill because I wanted to be pushed academically, and at the same time I wanted to be able to explore art and explore my curiosity with art, but in addition to that be on a beautiful campus, and yeah, I think that's academics, being able to explore all different types of art. And then also I was drawn to the small student body, and then also the small classrooms and classroom discussions that we had. I always thought those were very interesting as well.
Did you have strong faculty?
I did, yeah, I did. And I mean, my goodness, the things that I learned, Portia, from your AP English class, I may have not, no, I did not get a lot of it when I was in high school. That is a fact. I am sorry. I really tried. I didn't. Thank you. But I do have to say, having all of that digest in my brain, when I went to Mount Holyoke, Portia, and I took a writing class, I was top. It was great. But also as like an actor, I still use those skills of analyzing characters, of reading comprehension, of themes. I know what a theme is. That, I don't know why. For some of you guys out there might just be like, duh, I know what a theme is. For me, I was like, it just was, I just didn't get it. But I think I have gotten it, which is exciting. Yeah. I also like note-taking. Jennifer Stroud really helped me with note-taking. And I still use it today, but then again, I'm very type A. I'm really trying not to be as type A as I am.